EV enthusiasts have to be pretty thick-skinned these days, and there's none tougher or more dedicated to the cause than the Aussie EV YouTubers. Hi, I'm Rosco, and this is AmazingEV, and today I'm going to pay tribute to and count down the top 10 Aussie EV YouTubers. Seems like every second day now, mainstream media are putting the boot into EVs. EV sales are down, prices are still too high, Musk has lost the plot. Everywhere you turn now, it seems like prospective EV buyers are hankering for a hybrid. So who does a true believer turn to in the EV community for knowledge, reassurance and guidance than the Aussie EV YouTubers, of course? I'm talking about guys who are actually at the battery face. We're talking EVs and only EVs. I'm talking about guys like Sam, Tom and Ryan have been pushing the EV bandwagon hard and with conviction here in Australia and to a global audience ever since this revolution started. And like every revolution, there are going to be cycles, and we seem like we're in a bit of a lull at the moment. So as we at AmazingEV join the YouTube fray with our AmazingEV.com.au dedicated used EV marketplace, I wanted to pay tribute to those that have led the way, who are doing the heavy lifting and led the fight to keep the EV dream alive, with a tribute to the top 10 Aussie EV YouTubers. Let's find out who they are, what gets them charged up, and if you think the EV cause needs a jumpstart, follow and subscribe and support these guys. So let's meet the top 10 Aussie EV YouTubers by subscriber number, not necessarily by popularity or entertainment value, plus a few other special mentions to keep an eye out for as well. At number 10 with around 820 subscribers at the time of recording is Rolland Lamb from the Zapped channel. Everything electric. Rolland's YouTube description is deceptively simple, because as a Tesla owner, he delivers from deep inside Tesla world. Plus, more recently, we've seen some EV6, Ioniq 5N, and EX30 action as well. So we look forward to a whole lot more from Rolland. Hit the subscribe button on Rolland's channel, the link down below. Kangaroo Island with Stan, Polly the Polestar, and Twiggy the Border Collie are at number 9, and you wouldn't find a nicer guy on the internet. Stan brings you real EV road trips and adventures across some uncharted EV territory. And Stan's the only one of this crew I've met in person, and you would not find a nicer TV EV journalist anywhere. Hit subscribe so he can hit the 1,000 subs mark, and you won't be disappointed. Once again, the link down below. Before we get to number 8 on our top 10 Aussie EV YouTubers, let me introduce you to Sarah Aubrey and Electrify This channel. She's already making big impressions on Instagram and TikTok with her EV reviews and her electric lifestyle tips and tricks. So look out for Sarah's long form work as she really launches into YouTube. So for another great perspective on EVs and electrifying everything, follow Sarah, and the links are down below. Now they say there's a niche for everybody on YouTube, and by introducing number 8 on our Aussie top 10 EV YouTubers countdown, the grumpy old man is EV, you know what I mean. You can rely on Nigel to tell you how it is. He's got a Tesla, he's got an opinion, and he doesn't care what his 1,300 odd subs think. These days I find him less grumpy and more genuine EV commentary, so hit subscribe to hear more. At number 7 in our top 10 EV YouTubers countdown is Greg, who shares his real life experiences with his own EV at home and across Australia. It's great help if you're looking to research, buy, drive or charge an EV. But he's not finding his way around town or in the bush with his MG ZSE, he's fighting fire ants, a real pest here in Australia. Real issues and a really good bloke. Hit subscribe and share in Greg's sincerity and help him get to 4,000 subs. Before we get to number 6 in our top 10 Aussie EV YouTubers countdown, we thought we'd look at Across the Ditch. After all, I did arrive here 35 years ago, so I do have a passing interest. Gavin Co is the highly entertaining and New Zealand-based reporter for our YouTube channel Ecotricity, the New Zealand supplier of only clean electricity. Gavin's the real deal. He's been building some form of EV conversion since he was just a wee lad. So check out his early work and the Allegro EV conversion on the Kiwi EV Adventures channel as well. But it's his more recent work on the Ecotricity channel which brings an excellent take on EV reviews and news from New Zealand. Some on EVs and cars that we don't even have in Australia yet. So go figure. Join Gavin on his adventures and a potato and you'll be highly entertained. And don't forget to catch Adrian Maidment on his quest for a new EV, on his EV Quest channel, of course. Adrian's a diehard fan across YouTube and social media, and we get to share his quest for a new EV, Kiwi style. In at number 6 spot In our top 10 Aussie EV YouTubers is Ben, who brings us the Charge Show. Belying his accent, Ben is domiciled here in Australia, so I'm sure viewers would love to hear more about Ben and his backstory. So keep watching. He's growing fast with almost 6,000 subscribers and brings you all the latest on EV news and reviews. His updates are coming hard and fast now, and I'm loving his thumbnails. They're really attracting me to all his content. The number 5 position is held by Chris from Chris, and this is where subscriber numbers start to get serious. Chris has got over 26,000 followers, and that's because Chris is ChrisVanderstock in Vanderstock and Enor versus the state of Victoria. He's co-responsible for overturning the Victorian EV tax in the High Court of Australia. Plus he still has some time to YouTube the good EV story, some tech, and a whole lot more. Chris, along with your 21,300 followers, and from AmazingEV, we salute you for your services to electric vehicles. And a highly committed goes to AmazingEV, today's sponsors, with about 450 subscribers, Australia's first dedicated used EV marketplace. But of course AmazingEV is me, it's this channel. And from now on we're going to be totally focused on the used EV market, looking at buyers and sellers, their experience, what to look for, what not to look for, all things to do with used EVs and why there's such great value in the marketplace. So with your help, push the like button, subscribe, and we might be able to get AmazingEV into the top 10 next time. Before we get to number 4 on the top 10 Aussie EV YouTubers, let me show you a channel in the UK which I take inspiration from. This is where we see all the leading news and trends on the used EV market directly from the UK. It's got over 85,000 subs now, and Richard Simmons gives you updates on the used EV market from his own dealership. He brings reviews of many new and used EVs that he sells, plus updates on the used EV market in the UK. I love this channel because it gives us a parallel universe to see how the Aussie used EV market might evolve. At number 4 in the top 10 Aussie EV YouTubers in Australia are Stephen Fennick and Trevor Long. Or should that be Trevor Long and Stephen Fennick? They've forgotten more about technology than probably I'll ever know. And with their highly successful EFTM tech channel, podcast, website and radio show, they're a highly respected peer in the technology industry. The boys have now turned their attention to EVs, and you can catch them weekly on their YouTube and podcast, Two Blokes Talking Electric Vehicles. It's highly entertaining, and I was fortunate enough to be a guest about a month ago. And now we get down to the business end with the top 3 Aussie EV YouTubers. And at number 3 is Tesla Tom from the ironically named LudicrousFeed. Ironically named because it's far from ludicrous. Tom probably knows more about Teslas in Australia than probably Tesla themselves. Has been bringing you Tesla news and knowledge ever since 2018 when he bought his first Model S. Now he's bought a BYD Seal and he's keeping BYD honest as well. But you always get the feeling with Tom, with over 1,300 videos and over 31,000 subs, he's just getting started. You can also catch his live show on Wednesday night, where he brings you the latest news and updates with his colleague Riz Akhtar from Carloop, researcher and writer, and between them they cover off all the week's events in the EV world. So to bring it home with position 2 in the top 10 Aussie EV YouTubers is Ryan Cowan from Ryan's Model Y channel. He's fun, he's friendly, and he's fantastic at telling the Tesla story, and a few other EVs as well. He's going to be the happiest Tesla owner I've ever seen, and with 85,000 odd subs, I can understand why. So don't be like Ryan's father and buy a Merc. Subscribe to Ryan and find out all you need to know about owning and driving a Tesla. Ryan, we love you. And at number 1 in the top 10 Aussie EV YouTubers with over 217,000 subscribers and over 30,000 views per video is the king, the Viking, Sam Evans, the electric Viking.
It's mind-blowing.
Sam's the guy that the YouTube algorithm decided I needed to follow when I first started my EV journey a couple of years ago. He pumps out detailed, strategic EV news on almost a daily basis, including updates on his own family story as well. And in his words, and we can't dispute, no one has done more EV YouTube videos than Sam. But some would say, even Sam, that without a casual mention by Sandy Munro from the Munro Associates channel, and check that out on YouTube as well, of an EV scoop he offered up a few years ago, the Viking would not be at the head of our EV ship, leading the charge. So thank you, Sandy Munro, and thank you, Sam. Sam, we congratulate you for being the top Aussie EV YouTuber.
It's mind-blowing.
course, if I haven't mentioned anyone, let me know in the comments below, and we're happy to mention them next time. I'm Rosco, this is Amazing EV, and on behalf of all viewers, please like, subscribe and support all our amazing Aussie EV YouTubers, supporting them to keep fighting the good fight.